Hello, Viscous Zeta here, and we're back with another Gundam toy review today. Not a model kit, but actually this was part model. I'm going to say and warn you ahead of time, I've had this since I was a kid, and all the pieces except for the essentials are missing. Actually, some essentials are missing as well. But this is the 1/60th scale DX Gundam Wing Gundam action figure. Let me adjust the camera real quick. If you can see here, we'll compare them to the size of an Xbox 360, which is what I'm using as my stand. That's a pretty big sucker then. If you have an Xbox and you're able to realize how big he is. Oh, the camera's sideways now. There we go. But this guy is immense, and he is an action figure and not a model, so he is built for play. And you're going to be playing a lot with this guy, as I did. As you can see, I'm missing quite a few pieces. Like here, there should be the other half of the skirt, and he should have skirt armor on the sides, as well as his rear end. And that's where the model pieces come in, because you get some pieces in giant runners. Like you have to put his wings together, which are missing completely except for the stubs that hold them. And they would have rotated like this, and side to side. And this little flipper thing here that's just kind of dangling. Kind of like gravity did the work with that. And you attach his weapons, like his claws and stuff, and his hands fold in when you pull the claws out. And he does transform, but obviously I'm missing a lot of the pieces. But he's got his stand-in colors, like he's got his red on the feet, white, he's got his blue here, his green on the Jew, his gold parts, he's got some red there, and he's got some yellow on the antenna. So yeah, this sucker is immense. And it has very nice articulation. Yep, you can't do that with a model kit. Taking a big fart. This thing is very articulated, very flexible. You can pull off an immense amount of poses with this sucker. As you already figured out, everything rotates 360 degrees. The legs would too, and the legs can come out all the way. Now you may hear that it's making that noise. That's what gives it its mobility, because let's see the legs turn. I'll pull a leg off here. It is a little piece here that just goes into a hole, and it is one of those rotatey holes. So this thing has some huge maneuverability. That's why it is perfect for play and even display, which is what it now serves. And I ran out of Gundam Marker ink, but I started the panel line here, and this is good because I can show the differences in the details. This is a 90s toy, so the panel lining is prominent. So there's the panel lines there, and there's without panel lines. And on the leg as well, we have some panel lining, and on the other side, just bare white, but it still looks good, even without panel lining. I'm just addicted to panel lining. It's like a drug. And I'm out of panel lining marker now, so I have to get some more. But yeah, so that's the mobile suit. Let's lay him down for a second and take a look at the accessories I do have. He came with the beam saber, but all I have here is the Buster rifle, which is missing a piece right here, which is fairly big. Let's compare it to the last Buster rifle from the action figure video. Yep, this tiny little thing doesn't even go half the size of this big mother trucker, and it's about as big as the model. It comes up to the guy's waist, so half the size of an Xbox 360, we'll call it. And let me just this side. We have the shield, which is about the same size, and it is missing some piece right here. See, there is a white piece that you put in, and then I'm missing the other white piece. And it does pop open to pop out the beam saber, but I do not have the beam saber, so it's lost in time. And there's a piece that goes here. It's like a little fin piece. So yeah, let me pause here for a second, and then I'll put the weapons on and we'll see how he looks. Alrighty, here we go. We have the shield put in, which simply goes in by a peg here on the side of the mobile suit. Oop, popped his arm off. See, you just slide the slot in and plug that in. It is very simple, and it holds on snugly. So yeah, there's the shield. Let's pop his arm back in now, because he doesn't want to go armless. And he has, I'm pointing out here while I'm noticing, he has the machine cannons here built in on the shoulder, which is a pretty nice touch. And here's my complaint about this toy. The hands are just simply a solid piece, and there is no peg or anything to hold the weapon in place. So when you use the beam saber or the Buster Rifle, it will fall out. So there, the hand cannot even completely wrap around the handle. It only goes about as far as this. So you're going to use the thumb here to slide over the beam Buster cannon, and it does not hold very well, as you can see. And the weight issue, the big size issue, pulls it down. So that is a big complaint right there. So yeah. But also, this is a big 1/60th model toy, and obviously the action figure transforms, so this guy can transform as well. From what I've got though, I have very little of the pieces, but I can still show some of it, I hope. Let me just check. One thing I want to point out is the mobility on the feet here, simply because it is a transformable mobile suit and the articulation is already very good. You may fold the feet in, push all the way back after you turn the waist 360 degrees. And I have the piece here from the skirt flying. Then for the hands, you will flip up the thing and the hands will push in. So these hands do not remove, but they fold in, and it looks decent. Same thing for the other one. Get in the fist mode, push it in, and it's kind of touchy. It'll either go in on its own or you have to give a little help. So, and then of course folding the shoulders down, twisting the head, and then we will put the shield and the Buster Rifle on. So for the shield and the Buster Rifle, you want to take this and you want to place it somewhere on here. I actually forget. So I think it goes lined in here somewhere, just like the toy did, but I can't seem to find the place for it. So yeah, I'm going to stop the tape and figure out how this goes in now. Okay, I had the right idea. I've got it in now, and we will put it on the back here. Let's see here. I hope so. I think it goes in the same way the other one went in, and you put the piece here. These ones fit inside the actual little squares here. So we'll just put that in. It has some little parts there that fit in, and voila! Bird mode, Wing Gundam. Obviously, it's not I don't have wings for it, so he just looks like a giant cannon of sorts. But you get the mass immenseness of this thing in length now. It is longer than the Xbox. Very big. Very nice. If I had all the pieces, it would look very beautiful. Very decent. But yeah, that's the bird mode. So that's all really I have to show off for this model. My final verdict is that, well, if you got it back in the day, it was quite a pretty penny. I don't think it was that as much. Maybe I got it cheap because it was on sale or when Gundam was going on or something. But I remember as a kid I had a $50 gift card to Toys R Us. I got it every Christmas from my grandfather. And since I was a Gundam fan, it was good to be a Gundam fan back in the heyday of Gundam. And I got this, and I got a couple little miniature with like the ships and stuff, and those are chewed up by the dogs and parts are missing. So I might not even review those. I might just glance at them. But for what I've got left of this guy is still, he's still got enough so I can pose him on the shelf and stuff, and I'll give him about 3 out of 5 stars. You know, and it's nice and big, and it does look nice, but it does feel like a toy, and it's got tons of posability, and it can be panel-lined, but you can't hold the weapons at all, pretty much, and I'm missing a lot of the pieces. So maybe not a 3 or 3.5 out of 5. We'll give it that, because holding the weapons is a big part of posability, being, you know, for a mobile suit. So this guy, I'll probably just stand him without any weapons, or if I can get it to work. But yeah, pretty decent, pretty nice. So thanks for sticking around, and stay tuned for more reviews.